back, but I don't think we should be worried about that.
No, I feel like you shouldn't be worried about it at all. Like, all worries, you've got to leave them behind, or, you know, you're not going to play your best game. It's all about confidence, especially for Giant X. They need to stay confident. You saw the other day, they were having a great time. They were laughing. Even when things were going wrong, they were just keeping a positive mentality. And I feel like if that's something that you can bring in up against a team like Foot, that can take you a long way.
Yeah, I something that you were saying about Foot and how much they love the double duel. Such an interesting conversation to have for this game in particular, because we have such good double duelists here in the Emea. Giant X does not fit that kind of, it does not fill that kind of gap, and especially when we think of Sunset, we saw Giant X play in it a little bit as a surprise. I don't think there was much expected. We did see the breach. We saw the comp that they were running in the past, so I do expect also some changes up in that front. For the side also of the double duelist, Foot alongside, I'm going to say Team Liquid and Gentlemates are the only teams that run double duelist everywhere. Like, it's not that they like it, it's like they love it. They're making their own. We highlighted Zeus a lot and how he plays on the Waylay, and he definitely needs to deliver today.
Well, the teams are relaxing in their Razer gaming chairs, and soon they won't be relaxed at all, but they will be feeling comfortable, Matt.
I'm sure they would. You know, I wish that this couch was just Razer chairs instead, personally. But look, that's just my personal preference. And Split, obviously a great place to kick this off. I feel like in terms of the composition, I don't think we're going to see any or too much of a change up at all from Foot. They love a little bit of Raze, a little bit of Neon in there as the double duelist, and it's been working for them so far, and it's going to be the exact same thing. All right, so Giant X, if they expected this one coming in, which you would assume so, they should have prepped some way to get into this one. You know, West Side on the Phoenix gives me a little bit of hope, as we also have that arguably triple walls over on that Giant X side, with you got that flame wall there for the Phoenix too. So again, just a lot of utility just to slice up this map and control it for Giant X. Foot have slightly less so, but still, you know, they've got the firepower.
To me also, Cristalli has been so important in this map, for the good and the bad, you know, for the side of Foot. So for them starting on the defense, I want to see how much support he's going to get on the right side of the map, because I do think that Giant X could see a weakness.
Well, let's see who's going to be exploiting who as we head over to Split with Tom Biz and Mitchman.
Definitely a step up in competition for GX today. Foot looking like they could be a bigger challenge, you could say.
They're probably a team that maybe should have already made it through the group stage. They lost to Na'Vi week 1. They had one other loss. All the others in between, they look very good. So I think that they are a squad that we are fully expecting to be in contention to make it to Barcelona and inevitably to champs. Like, they have been in the running throughout the, well, okay, they weren't at kickoff. Throughout the year from stage 1 when they made all the changes, and this is the roster that we've had. Whereas GX, sadly, have not been in contention pretty much throughout the entirety of the year. And I was honestly a little bit surprised they were able to come back in the game we saw just the other day versus Eintracht Frankfurt, because they went 6-0 down in multiple maps and had to pull it out the bag from behind because they were having such slow starts.
Yeah, it was definitely redemption arcs. We talked about them manning the checkpoint on the way to Tier 1. And, well, they managed to keep the invaders out, but only barely. Now they come up against the real guardsmen. Foot standing on the palisades to start this out. It's Videshi sent to the back of the site. Flashed up, blinded, and almost manages to get a kill from that. Damage done, but it's GX ahead in those early fights. The flank coming in as well from Flickless.
Oh, he's got maybe you have to be a little bit quicker. This whole team has just been lost, and now they know where he is. Both players low, but it doesn't matter. It's enough for Sociable. One of the things we talked about a lot last time we saw Foot play this map was that they were disjointed. You would have Sop, especially on this defensive side, dying within the first 8 seconds and being nowhere near any of his teammates. That was already better synergy than I think we saw the entire last time they played.
It is round 1, but it's
That's
good
one
signs,
more round than last time.
Exactly. It's good to see that discipline there early on. Singing from the same hymn sheet, our Foot, and it's sounding good. Coming out of Videshi, 1-0. GX left down to pistols, and for Foot, they've had time to work on all of those problems. We expect that this isn't a round 1 of pure luck. We expect to see that synergy amplified as the rounds go on. Sociable does extremely well. Jesse's been biding his time.
Actually, like GX gave the wonderful start, but Foot kind of overshadowed them.
Competitive enough round for, if anything, GX just want to do damage at the start of this round. And one more kill would already be very costly for Foot. Now there's a real opportunity to take it across the line. It all comes down to Zeus being caught or catching Flickless, and it's a clean shot from Zeus to seemingly recover this round.
Currently, Foot is dominating over GX. Shows the power of Foot.
Would be nice, but they've already spotted
Immediate run away.
exactly where Jesse is. Yeah, they know where he is as well. Videshi have just spotted him, so it really makes it an almost impossibility. If he goes back, he walks into the SMG, maybe even delivers that rifle back into the hands of the defense. And while he's waiting for someone to eventually make their move, and it will be him versus Yetterjay, with Yetterjay coming out on top.
One more round for Foot.
An upgrade to a Bulldog as well, so all the big guns kept over for Foot. And definitely a round that got a bit spooky in the middle there. One fight on
Jesse getting
Zeus.
behind. That was the bit.
It was the TP out of main. In the chaos, it wasn't heard. And Jesse couldn't help with this fight on Sociable. The Viper wall was up. It was blocking him out. So instead, he just waited to strike and take down Sop, giving them a chance. One that won't be converted, GX. Signs of life early, though. That's definitely a good sign. I did really enjoy
It's okay
the fact
now,
that
a
Zeus
full
got his
buy
kill and
round.
just legged it. He wasn't sticking around. He wasn't playing that confident game we've seen before. He was playing the smart one.
Nice seas, nice smoke.
Of those quote-unquote tier 1 teams, GX are the only one that took a victory in their first game.
Okay, first 2 picks by
Maybe
GX.
good
Nice one.
signs going forward, and well, already good signs in this round, leaving an impossible scenario for
Okay.
Yetterjay. And this bonus round is looking incredibly easy for GX.
Yeah, a very good start. Coming up against a pistol, but I think it was a bandit on Yetterjay. The rest of the squad was armed to the teeth. And one of the main men I'll have my eye on is Ara over on the GX side. Someone who's been, again, on that up and down arc. But I think the whole team has a narrative to them. Like for Westside,
They need to
the
save
shift
it.
in role, seeing him here on the Phoenix, I think every game I see him out of Sentinel role is a game where I have to sit there and ask, is he justifying it? I
Yeah,
find myself
although-
measuring his performance every time.
He did have quite a poor performance in their last game on the Sentinel map, so he was struggling.
Very true,
That
actually. Yeah.
which I will say, I completely agree with your point, because normally that is the narrative.
No,
but
you're right, though,
it was
yeah.
weird. He had like an off day. Now, they still made it through the game, so I'm definitely going to be looking at him
Finally a
today,
round
because
for GX.
normally, no matter the role, he still performs. It's whether it works out for the team. Obviously, we've seen Flickless also picking up more of that Phoenix at times to maybe give him back the role that we know him for. But yeah, that was the more shocking thing for me in their last match, was that, well, firstly, he had a poor game, but also you saw massive step-ups from Net. I think Jesse had by far his best performance on the 2 maps that they were able to take over the line. So I think that some positive signs, some worrying signs, but the main factor of this game, the main story of this game, is that Foot are coming in as hefty favorites based on form, based off peak. And I'm kind of going to be looking more at GX of like, okay, can you hold up? In the early stage of the round, they're doing very well. They're utilizing the Cs, be it a paranoia, extra utility being thrown through early just to try and deny any of that additional space, additional aggression. And they have got opening kills in back-to-back rounds doing it.
Flickless is sitting so far back here, but Cristalli knew something was up. There's no way they're giving up all that A space for nada. Cautiously approaching, he finds a little bit of info, but what to do from there? For GX, spotting that A push. Seems like it's drawn everybody back in this direction. And, well, glancing down at the util for Cristalli, still, he's got both flashes online at 55 seconds. A decent chance he's going to fire one around, but they're still in the spawn. It didn't catch them. No information to fall into Foot's hands. That second flash is going to be kept in case they need that retake, in case he needs to defend his site. Then eventually it goes for the info. Now they've
Nice
got it.
flash.
Blinded outside A, immediate rotation, Sop on his way, but Cristalli might have to hold alone.
Nothing to play with. He was very clutch in their game versus BBL, but this is a different scenario. Mollied into a corner, and he's going to get nothing for it. A little bit of tickle damage, but Ara has done the work to open up this site. The question now for Foot is how much are they going to go for here? 3 players fighting into 5. They know there's full weaponry on the other side. They know their economy is not going to cope with them losing all of these guns. It either has to be a victory or they need to save, and while that victory is looking less and less likely as the seconds go by, the hold out from GX looking stellar, and for Videshi, no choice now but to save.
Yeah, we really didn't know which way the pendulum would swing with that second round. Foot being challenged, almost losing more than they could afford to. And GX showing signs of life. But the fact that Foot recovered, it still made me confident in that strong early start I expect to see. And the GX have given to their opponents even in the last game. So up against Foot, no reason to suspect otherwise yet. And now this turns into a very positive story for the attackers. GX have found damage in the round where they shouldn't really have, then followed up with 2 in a row. Momentum starting to build, run it back online coming into this, and probably not even needed because they've now broken the economy of the defenders. It's a great start for a GX that yesterday looked wounded, but again, considering what you said, they did actually manage to hold off the bombardment of those tier 2 teams,
yeah,
unlike everyone else.
Exactly. That's kind of the funny thing about it is, like, I wouldn't say I watched that game and was like, oh, that's a really impressive performance from GX, but they are the only team that didn't lose. So, if anything, could be underestimation again of Eintracht Frankfurt. Going into that lower bracket, they might show a team or two who's boss. But for Foot, not the greatest of starts. No real weaponry bar the Videshi rifle. And I do want to give the caveat that my expectation has been for both these teams when they've done well on this map, it has come on the attack side. 10-2 attack half versus BBL, 9-3 versus Pacific, and then some struggles on the defensive side versus Vitality. Same can be said, the 7-13 defeat to Team Liquid, 6 rounds on the attack, 1 round on defense. So both teams have looked stronger on the attack, but I think it's more so the manner in which GX have been winning these rounds. They've been comfortable denying aggression, which versus Foot can be difficult.
Well, that should be the case again here. Only 1 rifle. It's in the hands of Videshi as they look to retake this site. Zeus starts out well with Ara down. And it looks like it's a bit of danger rising towards the back of the site. Flickless, though, is there to recover. A quad kill for the Viper. And that will put GX into the lead. That should have been an easy round. It shouldn't have needed a big play, but Flickless was there anyways.
Yeah, it's always difficult versus Foot and low buys because it is sometimes where you see them group up a little bit more, play more like a normal team in the retake rather than being hyper-aggressive. And that death ball almost caused them problems, but Flickless does an excellent job to hold the line. They still have a lot of their ultimates going forward, 1 off of Viper's Pit, plus the 2 ults that they had already. But now the Soperator comes into play, and that always changes the game a little bit.
They're looking for Heaven Control, the change of the wall. Previously, it was cutting them off close, allowing that Phoenix to flash through, but this time they want to run deep with it, trading the ult for the space. Sociable, not spotted in the smoke, ready to take them by surprise, but Ara's there quickly, finding a double. And the site, the plant, comes along with those kills. Nicely done by Ara. We said we had our eyes on him. Well, he had his crosshair on his opponents, much like Zeus. Taking down Flickless makes this doable, and Westside's in trouble. He's got to back off.
He's got to be a little bit careful. Doesn't seem like he's been able to clip his own blaze, so he hasn't actually been able to be healed back up. Leaves him on 90, but the time just feels too far gone. Zeus already looked like he was saving, had the showstopper in his back pocket, decided not to use it. Now he's being chased. That operator is at risk, and they want to remove it from his hands. Ara now 1 away from acing this round. I think he will stay 1 away because Videshi not going for the fight in this moment. Again, he saves at the last second, and that's been the perplexing thing for Foot is it didn't feel like they were fully committed to either of the rounds where they've challenged back in. They've thrown away a load of weaponry. They've denied themselves a repurchase, but they haven't got anything for it.
I'm glad I was cautious in the first
Leon
round,
is playing
saying
so
we're all on
good.
the same page, but it was only the pistol. Like, here's those issues. I understand why Zeus doesn't ult 10 HP. You go firing out of heaven, you probably don't get to shoot the rocket. You're probably just dead. So that's fair enough. But he did move towards screens. It did look like they're going to go for it, and then the body language is in, it's out. Only short of shaking it all about, and for Foot, at this point, they get what they deserve. Sloppy round, sloppy economy on the back of it. Pistols, this is where they've had a bit of a challenge before. Flickless needed the 4K last time, and Foot have been very keen to play gambles. We've seen, it was last time it was like 5 players here. This time it's the 4-man stack up on A, and again, you're just going to rely on those sky flashes as well as the Trailblazer, the dog.
Nice shot, Viper.
Outside the A site.
Oh.
Yadajay's done well, and they use this showstopper. I like it. It's going to at least get them a weapon. But look, he hasn't got anything to lose. He's going to keep going, and that means he finds West Side. Now they've got picks across the board. Won't even go for the weapon. It's not worth throwing away his life. A 4 versus 2. Okay, good trades at least. This is all that Foot need. A low buy round to get them back into the swing of things, and it's Yedajay. Now we see why he was trusted with that rifle.
Yeah, well, a huge round from him. Jesse, as said, had an excellent game the other day, but I think just before that paranoia connected onto Cristalli, he's able to land the shot. It's around, I was going to say it earlier, you always feel like they'll win one of these every once in a while just because of the raw individual skill that is on that Foot side, but they make it work with a singular ultimate invested, and more importantly, just some nice shots from Yedajay.
I'm waiting to hear this scream. This one's going to break the sound barrier. It's a great start. I mean, that weapon is the reason that they go for this fight with the showstopper. Take space, maybe take another life out of the hands of GX. The trades are perfect, and Yedajay keeps the ball rolling all the way till they hit the side. Like you said, that paranoia, it was perfect. It caught both, but just a little bit early on the swing. Of course, he was under pressure from elbow as well, so it's not like he had time to spare. 4-3, a round in it. Early competition by GX, but it's Ara put to bed by Sop right off rip.
Yeah, that might be a...
Oh my god, what a op shot, man.
Yeah, he definitely, he saw him put the gun through, and then I think Flickless thought he was a lot more hidden than he was. That was not that sneaky beaky. Well, Sop's going to be happy with that one. The first kill taking out Ara, the man who's definitely caused them the most issues. And well, speaking of all-out aggression, Cristalli has now been caught. Gives them some space, but the problem is that space is quickly being filled back in by Zeus. And the spike isn't here yet.
There's a minute left. Surely, I didn't see the utility. My little box was blocking that bar, but I'm assuming he still had flashes and that they were coming back online at some point if he didn't. Crazy push. An opportunity given, but converting it difficult now with the spike down. It's a good recovery. Foot in the 4 versus 1. Westside is the man who can very often pull off these big plays, but doesn't look like Foot are going to give him those opportunities with the spike under their control.
Finally,
so
a round for Foot.
he's got to make his own luck. And, well,
see.
the only thing is, I don't. It doesn't look like they think he's through. Might be able to surprise the first.
I don't know. Look at the angles they're holding.
Far enough back. I thought they were a little further forward than that.
They're not even
he's watching
fighting
for it.
if they were rotating around. They just want to make sure that nobody goes down to anything silly. Plant extra orb. He's probably going to get one more orb in just a moment's time. And there you go. Sop to close out the triple that he had. And what I mentioned earlier, the Soperator always seems to change the dynamic of some of these rounds. And when you're trying to hit at pace, he can just be quicker. But there you go. Ara out. And then this one. Yeah, he just sees it walk through. I think they had 2 deaths in this round where they thought, like, this is the other one, where they're like, I am perfectly sectioned off by this wall, there's no way he can see me, and just completely wrong.
Yeah, that Phoenix wall, the Blaze, isn't quite a Viper wall. It's a little more annoying to get that lined up. 4-4 for Foot. Credits built up now. The op of Sop, a real threat in that early round, and I'm curious to see GX's adjustment to it. Flickless, the man with the Viper's pit, starts towards the A side. Immediate rotation. They're going to give up all that side of the map. Play into B. It's going to be much more direct. And the main thing here is look at how they're limiting the opportunities for Sop to get on the line, to hold that line. That has to be the main focus of this round after the performance he just had. And Nets using those smokes to slip through. It's a beautiful play, but Sop's ult has saved the day. Shut down that flank and taking Westside with him.
I thought he'd get the one for the second, and then the snakebite is denied. That was worryingly close. Rifle getting picked up. clearing some of those close ranges. The Viper's been seen as well, and that's a problem. Zeus even chose his targets perfectly. Jesse's TP is really nice, but well, Sop's there to save the day once again. Back-to-back triple kills for the superstar duelist. But it got very, very messy in the middle.
Oh, mate, Flickless is having a disaster class of a day. Like, he's walking through orbs, showing his entire body and thinking he's sneaky beaky, Inspector Clouseau stealth level, and then he walks out of his pit here. It's inexcusable. The only thing keeping them alive, like, what are you doing? That's unacceptable, and I think we almost need a timeout just for Flickless to grab his breath at this point. Maybe he should stay away from his utility.
That's what he was doing. He couldn't breathe in the pit. He was grabbing a breath.
Surfacing for air. Yeah, it's a new strategy. That's one way to balance Viper, I guess.
Exactly, yeah. You have to hold your breath while you're in the
Change the filters
pit.
in the mask or
exactly.
something. Yeah.
You need to step out for a second so that you can breathe properly.
God's sake.
Please
Come on,
don't have
GX, you got this.
Yeah, look, it's silly little mistakes. These things do happen, but now the lead's in Foot's hands. And the economy in that round for GX would have been a great chance to at least put a dent in. Credits running out of control for Foot, and look who's running forward. Sop's got backup here as well. He's going to find one. And they might have even tried to pressure him immediately without the stun.
He's going back,
he's going in! He's
back.
a madman! And Zeus is there with him, a madhouse in B main. And it's left GX with a chance.
Yeah, it felt a bit unnecessary, but hey, maybe they didn't expect there to be so many players in main. Videshi has thread the needle. He's thread the needle perfectly, but Net was still behind him. Plant hasn't gone in just yet. And now that flank actually gets opened up that little bit more. Sociable is just selling a ruse. He's playing with his opponents, making as much noise as possible, but it seems like Net is maybe piecing things together. Yeah, he is. Net has had a great read in this round. 2 players caught, not looking the right way because of his positioning. And now Sociable, who is being incredibly loud and letting them know where he was, that's not quite as valuable when you don't have a teammate flanking.
It's a fantastic read by Net. Can they figure out Sociable's new position? They don't need to. The high-low called late in the round. This is perfect. With an Odin here, it's a difficult fight to say the least. Even if they didn't have those shields on him. The tap goes in, need to break. He's just going straight for the spam.
Nice
It's a
spam.
bit crazy, it's a bit unhinged.
What
Where
the
is that tape?
foot? What the fuck? Pela gaya na.
I'm not sure
Pela gaya फिर भी भाई.
how that would work, but it's certainly not this one, buddy. 5 to 5.
The funny thing is, he was very close to killing Flickless just spamming. The TP was wild, but I think just running out of time knew his cards were up, unfortunately.
This is crazy, man. Man advantage. I mean, you said maybe they didn't expect as many players there. Then why did they push like that? they knew there were players there. They wanted to fight. I don't know why. And maybe they'll regret that decision at this point.
5 to 5. GX have managed to find a round that will break what was the streak of rounds from Foot. Let's have a listen into the comms.
Nice Viper pit. Nice. Nice Molly. Oh, we should listen them. We should listen them. It's gonna be my rank up match. It's gonna help in rank up match. Come on, come on.
Guys, we need someone under, I think.
I go. I'm on the road. Oynasanıza hayvandan. Doğan new box'a. Doğan. Bak altına paranoya atıyorum. Attım.
Altım yok. Ben pik bakıyorum.
Nice shot.
Phoenix under. Phoenix under.
Okay. Round for GX, baby.
And GX find their way to 6. The lead is theirs again. A competitive early game, Tom. And that's really the concern I had coming into this, was if Foot get off to a good start. From what we saw of GX yesterday, I don't think they'll get back into it against this team. But they haven't given them too much leeway at all, at any stage.
Yeah, it was an interesting retake, because it felt like Sop went to dodge the Nightfall and Zeus jumped in on the Nightfall. It goes back to those same sort of things I was talking about earlier, where at moments they just look very disjointed in what the call is, whereas GX have been a lot more direct. I think that was a similar issue that we had about them in their previous series, but
It was so slow.
it's definitely looking better at times, picking up the pace, which I'm enjoying. Speaking of picking up the pace.
If he spams him out here, I have to report that. I mean, some of his reads have been unbelievable so far in this game. They should really consider having him IGL at some point. Seems like he's got a good read on the game. But if he shoots Videshi here, I think it's a bridge too far.
Nice
Waiting for
wiper
now for
ult.
the push to come through. And okay, yeah,
बढ़िया wiper ult है दोस्तों, बढ़िया है.
Didn't know you were in. GX sending that in late.
Oh my god, blind में मार रहा है
Sub's
Neon
already
भाई.
found and put a
Come on
stop
यार.
to net. He's almost got
Okay,
the timing there, but
nice,
Videshi went
good,
back to
nice
check.
gameplay, man.
Yeah, Videshi had one job and he has done it. He has denied that pressure into middle, and he's now
Nice
going for a
gameplay by
new
Foot.
job. He's looking for a new one, but
Okay,
it's not going
okay.
to be needed because Sob
Let's
is
go.
the first
Neon
point of
crazy है भाई
contact.
Foot का.
Videshi had a wonderful
Foot का
flank
Neon
in that
वाकई
round,
crazy है man.
but it was
Come on
irrelevant
का Neon है
because
भाई.
Sob has just got another multi-frag.
I will say, if I'm going on the flank and I see my teammates standing on ground like that for a fight, I'm going to get a little bit angry. But you know what? They won it. So you really can't complain. A big half for both teams, in fact.
But live में मारा
Gotta
उसने.
feel good. Sat at 6-6. Let's take a listen, though, to how Flickless was feeling before this match. We had a chat with him earlier. Let's see what he had to say.
Flickless, I need to know how you were able to play 6 different agents in the last month and also IGL for a team that seems to be making a lot of changes right now. How do you do it?
Honestly, I just do what is asked from me. Like I just
Half-time
listen to
break.
people and Raylander or teammates what they say, and
Kit
I just try to
Kat.
adapt to it.
So for you,
If
the
anyone
most
new in the
important thing
stream,
is just to set your team
enjoying
up
the
for
stream,
success.
subscribe.
Has that always come naturally to you? Never
Like
gone,
button
actually,
दबा
I
दो.
want to be the superstar
I
and just
mean-
be selfish for once.
In the past, I used to be the superstar, like Jet one trick. But once I went to UCAM, I didn't think like this anymore. So
Is that because of being in tier 2 and going, I'm going to show that I deserve to be back at VCT?
exactly.
Yeah. So talk to me then about the fact that you're going up against Foot today, because you've been scrimming against them and now they've become your enemy here in Berlin.
Yeah, I mean from scrims they are a really good team, I would say. But
किसको support
obviously
कर
here
रहा
in the
हूँ
server it's
विशेष?
always
GX,
different.
Giant
You're not
X.
sitting at home relaxed, you know. So
Giant X को
we'll see
support
how
है
it goes.
दोस्तों दिल से.
And I mean, are you expecting them to make changes today? Because I know that you're still working on things yourself.
I don't really expect changes. I just expect a really aggressive game and a lot of individual plays, and that's it.
And so when you are going to have Foot potentially running at you, you know, trying to isolate you, get those aim duels they know they're so confident in, how do you call around the team
नहीं,
to
Foot को
play
नहीं
to their
करना.
strengths?
I
डन
just
है
want
फिर.
to
अरे
let them
डन है भाई,
play
डन है
together and
GX को.
try to
मैं भी
win
आपकी
every
टीम में.
single
अरे
match as
लेट्स
possible.
गो.
Because if you do play together, if you do make this run to Barcelona, you get to play in front of a crowd. And I know you want to do that, Flickless.
Exactly.
Why do you love a crowd so much?
I mean, that's why we are doing this, no? To play in front of the crowd, so it
Not
brings
for-
a hype, it brings everything. So
Not just for well, they've actually removed the trophy from the studio as we record this,
I mean, yeah,
probably because they don't
obviously.
trust either of us, right, Flickless?
yeah, understandable.
Good luck today.
Thank you.
Well, he's looking
आइडल
forward
जिसको
to playing
सपोर्ट
in
करेगा उसी को
Barcelona.
हम करेंगे.
Perhaps you'll
अरे
be looking
भाई
forward to being there.
साहब आइडल बन गया मैं.
Scan
अरे
that QR
कमाल
code,
है.
you'll get yourself in, but a chance
कुछ
to
तो
get
बात है
yourself a
मुझे.
little ticket by
मैं
Bob.
अपोजिट टीम में.
Yeah, I was about to
अरे
say, yeah,
क्या
no
बात है.
chance. If you go to
हमारा
that
आइडल
QR code,
कैसा
you
हो,
can just
विदेशी
buy
भाई
it.
जैसा हो. अरे लेट्स
Credit card balance gotta be there, you know what I'm saying? So
दिल
it's
से
like
प्यार है
you
दोस्तों.
have a chance and it's within your hands. Your destiny can take you to Barcelona just like these teams. And for GX, well, they're going to take themselves into this pistol round with their heads held high. A decent first half, I think, under their belt. Certainly better than what we saw out of them yesterday. Confidence and dealing with Foot's aggression early on has been found with a lot of success. Yedijay's slipped the net through mid, but they've given up this space. They should know it. The distraction on ramp down might draw their eye for long enough. Yedijay slips his way into the vents, Xenomorph, and he's caught himself some prey.
Videshi the
Beautiful
idol,
timing.
subscribers
Just
the
cleared this
GOAT.
before They give up the control. Nicely done.
My real
Yedijay
motivation.
thought he had a backstab. Maybe he will later, but this space is consciously forfeit from GX.
I don't think Foot will mind that too much, though, especially with how much. It's going to be difficult just to all retake from a singular angle. C's sent through, Paranoia, Molly, but all the players now up within the heavens from Foot. It's only the one in Crostali just trying to hold the line. Yedijay already catching one.
Nice one, dude.
As well. They are in a troublesome position with this post plant and Flickless trying to
विदेशी भाई
deny
अब
them
गाना गा के
a
सुनाओगे तो
second
लाइव को
pistol,
लाइव
and he will
करेंगे.
fail to
घर
do
जाके
so.
सुत्ती बाबू.
7-6, Foot start off another half with a pistol round.
Yeah, a leg up here that, to be
भाई
honest,
फुट
in
क्या
this matchup,
फटाफट
they
जीते
don't
जा रही है भाई.
really
ऐसा कैसे होगा
It's
भाई.
gotta
ऐसे तो मेरा
be a
पूरा
bit
घी खत्म हो
deflating
जाएगा
for
भाई.
GX. I didn't think it would be that deflating for GX. They've called the timeout after the pistol round. They've got now. Listen,
Pipson, we've had this talk before. 0-3 down on split. You called a timeout. Your head was red. Red. I saw veins popping out. You've lost the pistol round. What is going on with this?
This team stresses me out, man.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, look, what? He saw the timeout come in. He saw the timeout come in. What is that? I've never seen this. A round 2 timeout at 7-6.
Timeout by GX, the much needed timeout. They should discuss about साइड पे कैसे मर रहा है भाई, इतनी गंदी डिफेंडिंग कर रहे हैं GX वाले। जी भाई, इससे अच्छा रन कप मैच में चल जाता है, पर कोई नहीं, इट्स द स्टार्ट। अभी इको राउंड आएगा, फुल बाय राउंड में देखते हैं क्या होता है। बहुत जल्दी टाइम आउट ले लिया।
I don't know what this map does to him, bro, but he's just unhinged.
I don't think you're one to talk of what this map does.
दोस्तों, the round is 6-7, 6-7, 6-7.
Different category, all right?
you spent, I think, over a full minute lying on the floor yesterday.
I know, but mate, it was either that or pass out. I knew I was going down somehow. Mayday, mayday.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. You see someone get so annoyed. Oh yeah, crazy, isn't it?
God, that was a.
What about the Sugetsu pit?
Why did you remind? I'm going to draw it on the map in a second so people know what we're talking about.
Okay, nice shot. First pick by GX.
So starting it out with a kill is better than I think anyone expected, especially he seems to have gotten that straight down mid. So, all right. That's a bit of a tough fight to lose for Sop. Sop of all people.
Stellar in this game so far. Net trying for a little bit more. Ara. Now
बंदा एक राउंड है, कोई दिक्कत की बात नहीं है।
Try and buy them a little bit of time. Fortunately, I was going to say he won't be able to, but no, he has. They've got a flank coming in. Flickless. Oh, sorry. West side already in position. Ara's now on another with a classic. I don't know what was said in that pause, but maybe it needs to be copied, repeated till the end of time, because this has worked out for them. Putting them with an advantage. The opponents have to scurry away. They will be able to get those heals in.
70.
30 seconds left.
Take a shot of the Bando at least.
I think also the other problem is they're so committed to the other side of the map that if they go and waste time picking up weaponry, that clock might be far enough gone.
They're right there. At least 2 of the weapons could be recovered, but yeah, anything around mid's not get carried over. Still end up with a bulldog and a phantom.
अगर सही बताऊं, निकालने को निकाल सकता है।
Started out with just classics and a bandit. This is about as good as could be. Crystallis heard them go up and above, and oh, look at Yedishe's position. It's nasty. The thing is, if they don't see anyone, they might suspect it. Never mind. He just strikes right away, puts the pressure on. The heat building as Phoenix looks to cross. As Bam does damage and Crystalli finishes him off. Down to the 1v1. Jesse might have the better weapon, but the time is not on his side. The dog bites him to start, and it's a full swing.
Nice,
from
nice try, nice try.
No time
Good
wasted.
eco round, good eco round, good eco round.
Well, honestly, it was a bit harder fought than expected for Foot, but it's still one.
Well, this has been Crystalli's map in recent times. You think back to that game versus BBL,
Ladybug. If क्या लिखा है ये? If miraculous, okay.
This is not a round that should have been needed.
Welcome to the stream.
It just seems to be a safe pair of hands in these post-plant moments, and even after having a stinker of a first half, he has saved them from losing a round they never should have.
But if anything, I think everyone's going to be very afraid when they hear a GX pause coming up. Let's take a listen to how things have changed after Pipson's tirade.
One HP Viper. It's touch on the I'm good. I'm on. Haven't missed it. Viper's 1 HP, guys. Nice, bro. I'm on HP. Yeah. Close city, Era. Up on her, guys.
Guys,
Is it safe, bro? Is it safe?
The save is good.
Yeah. 1 HP Viper.
Hit dogging city. We'll break it.
Good flank you from Evan.
Jack Igo and the curse of the comms listen-ins. This is ridiculous.
ये लोग गंदा खेल रहे हैं भाई, बहुत गंदा खेल रहे हैं भाई.
It's time you start believing in curses. You're in one.
Like, what was that? Oh, man. Oh.
Zeus just wrecked them as well. Like, absolutely wrecked them.
GX can't be happy with that.
There was no level of strategy in that. It was just him running out, headshotting two guys, jumping into the open while throwing a nade. I don't even think he had his gun out.
No.
He was so confident the West Side was going to die, or just didn't think he'd be there. And yeah, from basically losing...
There is no way. There is no way. After the timeout, after the replay,
look, we just need Pips and Cam. Yeah, he didn't have his gun out when he did.
I don't understand. I've always said the moment I remembered was Pipson calling a timeout at 0-3 down in a half. It was the first half, but this is 0-3 down in a half, and he's used 2 timeouts. 2 timeouts in 3 rounds.
My favorite part of these sort of pauses, I always like to just look at Waylander.
Just the fear in a man's eyes.
I just imagine that he stopped talking and goes, I agree with everything he said.
In his head, he's going, it's not quite how I would have said it. But oh my God. Now, the one thing I will give Pipson, he is a passionate guy. He knows what he's talking about. And I think you did see it in round 2. I don't think this style of coaching, I don't think his style of coaching would work with every single player. But he picks the right players for this, for his team.
Oh, he got straight in. Oh no. Oh, that's not a good sign.
भाई साहब लगातार टाइम आउट आ रहे हैं दोस्तों की खत्म हो गया GX का
Exactly. So he's getting the prescription sunglasses. That's a big thing, but he'll have those next week, I hear. 9-6. Fair to say that GX are feeling some pressure, not from the scoreline, from the coaching, Mike, but I wouldn't say this is too far gone just yet. Are likely to go 10-6. Though. Look at the buy. We've got a couple pieces here or there, a few phantoms, but that's about it.
Yeah, there's a showstopper for Zeus. If it wasn't bad enough already, with Sop having multiple 3Ks, he came in with one in the last round and basically earned his odd. Now, there are 4 players on this side of the map, but it doesn't look like, at least for now, that is where they're going to go. Sop is taking space in mid. The same looks to be happening over on A, just waiting for any level of aggression. And they're just feeling out the map. They know that there's likely to be a trap in these sort of moments, running in head first. Even with a showstopper, would have its risks about it. They're trying to force somebody into a move to give them a fight, but GX are playing very passively. 40 seconds left, and they've given nothing away.
Here it is, more direct now, and Ned's realized that he's caught between a rock and a hard place. Tries to dodge the rocket, nice attempt, but the wall way too close. With him down, the A side's wide open. 20 seconds, time might be pressure.
Again, an equal round.
Actually, with losing heavy control, it certainly would be, but a safe plant now coming in on the site. Still control over ramp, and they're retreating. Only problem being that it's not quite planted for them, so this can very easily become uncomfortable. The cross back from Videshi should help. Zeus standing by. So run it back, not going to get anything for Westside.
Cristali a little bit ahead. I said he's been good in the post bounce. He might need to be again. Already though, it's Zeus. Quick double. Cristali there to help, and even a finish up from Sop. Any weaponry can be retrieved, and they now sit 10-6. I said it towards the beginning that this team on the attack side is where they've done some of their best work, even versus top opposition, and it's looking like they're doing the same again. 4-0 already. And well, in this case, there can't be a pause from Pipson because he's already used both.
And this is a tough round. Zeus shouldn't be able to wrap up there like that and take down 2. There were 3 players running through that elbow. They went to contact on site off the Phoenix Flash, and the second it got thrown, Zeus is spraying them down. Fish in a barrel. And I think it was Flickless up in heaven. Like, they needed that cover. They needed someone watching that lane. A small gap left, and it only takes a small gap for a man like Zeus to blow around wide open. 10-6. GX do have rifles here. This is where everything that has been, and I'm going to use the word discussed in those timeouts, needs to be put into practice. They need to prune that panic and find themselves a clean round.
Oh, I was just looking at Zeus.
thought he was going through.
Yeah, I thought he was going through. I think maybe Sociable was like, don't worry, bro, that's my job. I got this. And waiting up top. Now Zeus swings alongside him. Instead of solo fights, it's a 1-2 punch where they are cleaning everybody up. Jesse, though, at least clings to life. The spike has been planted, and he's just battled 3 players within the heavens. So whereas one of those remaining players in the heavens, he thinks he's probably cleared that position. The remainder might be on the site or back towards the ramp. But instead, Yetaje is waiting from above, and he becomes an irrelevant piece as it's Crystalli to close. These fast hits from Foot. We saw in the interview earlier, the Flicker was like, I expect aggression. They are not coping with it well.
Yeah, I really like how Yetaje is playing these rounds, man. He's 11 and 8, 2 assists. Like, it looks like he's having a decent game, but it's the amount of kills, and this is going to sound really weird before I explain it, it's the amount of kills he doesn't get that's impressive, because he's playing these, look where he is. He is shift walking towards Vents when the Heaven take is already deep and underway. He is not playing to help his teammates in the fight. He's playing to win the round.
11
he's
and
playing
6.
to beat the
He's a
safety
beta,
net.
I understand.
No, listen, Tom. That's what you always say in our games, all right? He's playing a smart game.
Yeah, because he
That's what I
communicates.
love. Wow, hold on.
Nice
You know,
shot.
you've got a mini-map, bro. Can you see? Great work from Yetaje again. Threading the needle.
Spam में मार दिया भाई.
Now becomes a
Spam में
second
मार
front
दिया.
line. He's taken down one. He's caused that rotate from Aura. Pressure put on the other side of the map. Ult used in to clear for Sociable. They've got sight. They don't need to fight like that. But so
I'm
maybe
thinking
Soft
to
does.
play
He's drawn
Roblox
the eye for
stream में.
Yetaje to stab them in the back. A knife they knew was coming, but the twist hurt all the same. 12-6 now. And what was a competitive first half, even with both timeouts being used so early, there's been nothing there for GX.
Yeah, I honestly, I think the funniest thing that Foot could do right now is pull a pause, because they know it's not going to help the mental of GX. Like, if they had been able to visually see those last 2 pauses, I think they would call one down just for the banter.
Yeah, I wish we could just shout at them. Wait, I know someone who can. It would be beautiful. Let them stew in it, but Foot, a team that
2 टाइम आउट, अरे क्या बोल रहा हूँ, 2 टाइम आउट के बाद भी घंटा नहीं उखाड़ पा रहा है. क्या री अर्जुन शर्मा, welcome to the stream by. If you are new, subscribe the channel, like the stream.
There's no opportunity to have a say in this.
How you doing, bhai?
To defend the spawn from west side. He doesn't know how many players he was about to run into. That's the first down, and they keep scaling this fight into net. The slide out from Aura catches Crystalli off guard, but the rest of the team is more than ready with a showstopper and the latest flank of all time. Again, the safety net will catch the final kill. It's a kneecapping from Yetaje. A dirty dog indeed. 13-6.
कैसे है तेरी गर्लफ्रेंड बताओ. गर्लफ्रेंड बढ़िया है भाई, मस्त है वो तो, फाइन शिट है भाई, सब बढ़िया. First map goes to Ford. Nice try GX, nice try.
Attack side as well. That was a 6-6 half where they ended up winning 7 rounds in a row, comfortable in their manner, and while a man who thrived throughout was Sop. So let's go down and have an interview with him now.
Thank you very much. Business as usual for Sop. Once you got the operator, there was no stopping you. How did that feel?
I mean, it felt like on stage 1, I was so happy when I saved the op for money and like killed them with the op. So it was nice.
Yeah, it was nice to watch as well. And you're taking us to sunset. Is there a reason why?
I don't know. I think our sunset is good. That's why we picked.
Okay, well, I hope it's going to be more than good. I hope it's going to be great, because you guys are in for a treat after the break.
और बताओ कानपुर में क्या हाल चाल है? सब बढ़िया चल रहा है भाई, सब सही चल रहा है भाई. ब्रो बताओ भाभी कैसा है? भाभी तुम लोगों का एकदम बढ़िया है, मस्त है, क्यूटी पाया, लव यू, आई लव हर सो मच. बाकी स्ट्रीम पे ध्यान दो. ज़्यादा घरेलू मत बनो आप लोग।
The Vct Emea Finals breaks tradition and leaves Berlin for the very first time this summer. It is Barcelona's turn. So live one of the best experiences that our region has to offer alongside the best teams in EMEA. Because the best players ultimately deserve the best, most vibrant crowd. In the end, this is what they have been fighting for.
Isn't losing money. It's realizing you trusted.
They need alcohol to sleep. बिल्कुल 100%। मुझे ही देख लो, देखो बीच में मैं तुम्हारा ध्यान तोड़ रहा हूँ, लेकिन देखो तुम भी इलॉजिकल चीज में बंध गए ना। अब मजा आ रहा है ना इस इलॉजिकल आर्गुमेंट में भी। मुझे कुछ तो बोल रहे हैं, कुछ बोले, लेकिन तुमने अपनी अपनी साइड पकड़ ली है। तुम हो एक साइड के सपोर्ट में, तुमने रियलाइज नहीं किया होगा, लेकिन देखो तुम अब डूब चुके हो। तुम्हें लग रहा है किसी बात का तो कोई मतलब आएगा जिससे मैं रिलेट करूंगा। अब
Indian army also drink alcohol in little bit because they need sleeping. If they don't drink alcohol, so they don't sleep. Yeah, because.
क्या सही बात कर रहा है यार ये लोंडा, क्या सही बात कर रहा है। इसको पता है कि इसको बड़े हो गए शराब पीनी पीनी है, अभी इसे डिफेंसिव प्रीमाइस तैयार कर रहा है ये। और इसे लड़की को क्या समझाएं यार, हैं बताओ भाई क्या समझाएं। नहीं आती जब बिना शराब के नींद। मेरे भाई के गट्स देखो तुम, उसने अल्कोहल वाली बात को डिफेंड करने के लिए सीधा
तुम तो मेरी डार्लिंग हो विदेशी भाई, घरेलू कैसे ना बने। व्हाट द फक अर्जुन, व्हाट द फक। अब एक कॉपीराइट लग जाएगा लक्ष्य की तरफ से, बंद कर दे। अरे इट्स ओके यार, इट्स ओके, कोई बात नहीं, इट्स ओके।
इंडियन आर्मी का एग्जाम्पल लिया है, ये गुदा होना चाहिए डिबेट में।
No, black people don't drink alcohol. They also drink only milk. People only drink alcohol in 75 rupees.
मेरे भाई का बस इंग्लिश में थोड़ा सा फ्लो अच्छा है, नहीं तो डिस पूरा मार रहा है वो। कितनी बढ़िया बात करी है उसने। कहता विलेज पीपल भी दारू पीते हैं, लेकिन 75 रुपीज वाली। मजा आ रहा नहीं आ रहा? अब लग रही है ना डीप बातें। उसको खुद नहीं पता उसने इतनी डीप बात बोल दी। और अगर इसकी ये डीप बात उठाऊं मैं और इसके बाद बीट ड्रॉप कर दूं, एकदम इसका एडिट बना दूं, मैं कितनी बढ़िया बात चलेगी, कितनी तगड़ी। सारे शराबी शेयर करेंगे इसे अभी, जो सिर्फ इंग्लिश पीते हैं, देसी ठर्रा नहीं मारते।
Drink only fresh milk. And very other countries people come in Ayodhya and see Ram Mandir.
अबे ये आर्गुमेंट कहाँ से शुरू हुआ था भाई, कहाँ जा रहा है ये सिटी वर्सेस विलेज से शुरू हुआ था, फिर अल्कोहल पे आ गया, फिर इंडियन आर्मी पे गया, फिर ये मिल्क पे आ गया, फिर गांव के लोग 75 की पीते हैं उस पे, अब सीधा वहां से अयोध्या। भाई इंग्लिश अपनी जगह है, लेकिन पहले बच्चों को डिबेट करना तो सिखाओ। ये कैसे आर्गुमेंट काउंटर आर्गुमेंट दे रहे हैं, मतलब पहले उन्हें डिबेट करनी सिखा दो उनकी मदर टंग में। लैंग्वेज तो बाद में चेंज हो जाएगी, आदमी डिबेट सुनता सुनता ही कंफ्यूज हो जाए। मतलब मैं इस लड़के के साथ था, वहां अल्कोहल वाले पॉइंट तक था मैं इसके साथ, उसके बाद ये मिल्क विल्क से अयोध्या शिफ्ट हो गया पूरा टॉपिक। यही डिबेट स्किल्स है हमारी, तभी तो हमारे न्यूज चैनल पूरे दिन चिल्लाता हूँ डिबेट के नाम पे।
Relate our biology relate. Can you listen? I can't because Can you listen? I can't. Why are you?
माई सिचुएशन इन वाइवा। शुरू की 40 सेकंड्स में इन दोनों ने बहुत कुछ नहीं बोला है। एआई को अगर हम ये डिबेट डिकोड करने को देंगे ना, उसके बाद वो इंसानों को मारना जरूर शुरू कर देंगे। और ये जो पाजी है ना, ये डिबेट करने नहीं आते। मैंने इनकी बहुत सारी वीडियोस देखी हैं, ये सामने वाले को रेज बेट करने आते हैं। ये डिबेट की जगह इंटरव्यू शुरू कर देते हैं सामने वाले का, खून जलाते हैं बस। इन डिबेट से इंडिया को कुछ मिले ना मिले, भाई अगला अर्नब गोस्वामी जरूर मिल जाएगा। आई एम सॉरी बाबू। ऐसे ही मेहनत करते रहो, तुम लोग इंडिया को नंबर 2 तक ही ले जा पाओगे बस।
Government is giving that GST money in the Anath Ashram. Please.
So how they are working? How
government?
भाई मुझे कुछ नहीं समझ आ रहा, मुझे कुछ नहीं, मेरी एनर्जी खत्म हो चुकी है, मुझे कुछ नहीं समझ आ रहा। लेकिन पाजी के साइड में जो लड़की बैठी है ना, मैं उससे रिलेट कर पा रहा हूँ। दिस इज मी इन एवरी कन्वर्सेशन। मैं जोन्ड आउट हो जाता हूँ, लोग बोलते रहते हैं मैं जोन्ड आउट, लेकिन फिर भी गाली मैं ही खाता हूँ।
How can you say that online shopping is better than offline shopping? Online shopping is order the pink color T-shirt and come the purple color T-shirt.
ये सही बात कर रही है, सही बात कर रही है। इस बार मैं लड़की के साइड हूँ। मैंने भी चप्पल मंगवाई थी एक बार ऑनलाइन शॉपिंग करते हुए किसी इंस्टाग्राम पेज से, मेरे पार्सल में तो ईंट आई थी। एंड हाउ कम नो रिटर्न ऑप्शन इन ऑनलाइन शॉपिंग, ओनली ऑफलाइन शॉपिंग फ्रॉम नीरज फुटवियर शॉप। समर एंड सेल, एवरी फुटवियर 500 रुपीज, लूट लो मार।
Listen, stop.
The always give option written, okay?
No, option is not written.
Which app? Which app? Which app?
Miso.
You prove it, Miso
Yes,
app?
yes, Miso है.
अबे तो मीशो की नेगेटिव मार्केटिंग क्यों कर दी तुमने? ये लड़कियां भी ना डिबेट में आई है और उसको कह रही है आई डोंट हैव टाइम टू टॉक टू यू.
Because I don't have time. Because I don't have a time. I don't talk to you. I have a no time. You sit down.
बताओ. अरे टॉकिंग के लिए ही तो बैठे हैं यहाँ पे. कर लो अब इनसे बहस. उसको ही कह रही है सिट डाउन, आई डोंट हैव टाइम टू टॉक टू यू. ये सारी चिल्लम चिल्ली देखने के बाद अब मुझे समझ में आया इंटरनेट पे अब हर टियर की ऑडियंस कैसे गाली दे रही है कमेंट सेक्शन में आके. घंटा रह गई अब गाँव में शांति. चिड़चिड़ापन फैल चुका हर जगह. और कराओ इन बच्चों के बीच में डिबेट. अब मैं समझ सकता हूँ.
How the fuck is she saying? Sit down, I don't have time to talk to you. What the fuck?
किशन जी के दिल की क्यों एकदम मौन व्रत लेके घूम रहे हो? अरे भैया कुछ भी बोलो, हर चीज पे ट्रोल. खैर गाइस आज की वीडियो में इतना ही. और ये वीडियो थोड़ा लेट हुई है, मतलब टॉपिक से हल्की सी लेट हुई है, बट हमने करी फिर बहुत जल्दी में ही प्लान है क्योंकि इसके बाद एक बहुत तगड़ी वीडियो लेके आ रहे हैं हम, जो हम पिछले बहुत टाइम से लिख रहे थे, बहुत टाइम से प्लान कर रहे थे. तो फालतू की ऐप नहीं भाई, मैं नहीं फालतू की ऐप बनाता सच में. अगर हमने एग्जीक्यूट कर दी तो बहुत बड़ी वीडियो है. नहीं सिर्फ टाइम के हिसाब से नहीं वैसे भी. और भाई वीडियो का मेन टॉपिक रवि किशन जी तो हमारे आदरणीय हैं, हमसे बड़े हैं, तो कोई कहीं जाके कुछ ऐसे ट्रोल रोल नहीं करेगा. हो गया यार एक मीम ट्रेंड का थोड़ा सा टाइम होता है, शॉर्ट पीरियड ऑफ टाइम वैसे भी इंटरनेट पे. ज्यादा नहीं यार किसी के पीछे पड़ना चाहिए. अब कुछ नई चीज देखेंगे इंटरनेट पे तो हमारे अंदर तो भाई रिस्पेक्ट ही है उनके लिए. और जो सेकंड हाफ था जहां पे बच्चे तो डिबेट कर रहे थे, ठीक है किसी को ऐसे इंग्लिश पे ट्रोल करने की जरूरत नहीं है. बच्चे हैं, सीख रहे हैं, अच्छी बात है. इतना कॉन्फिडेंस होना भी बहुत बड़ी बात है कि उन्हें पता है इंटरनेट पे वीडियो जाएगी और वो भी कमेंट पढ़ते होंगे, सब देखते होंगे. मतलब ठीक है, बाकी सब चीजों पे डिबेट पे बोल लो, कुछ बोल लो कि क्या चीज लॉजिकल है क्या इलॉजिकल है, बट किसी को ऐसे पर्सनली
थर्टीन 6 से आ रहे हैं भाई. बैड है भाई, बैड है, बहुत बैड है. ओ नाइस ट्रॉफी भाई, क्या सुंदर ट्रॉफी है भाई, क्या सुंदर ट्रॉफी है भाई ये. डैम. बंटाई नियॉन में. और इसकी मूंछ माँ, क्या मूंछ है भाई इसकी. वो जो बगल में जो विंगमैन रखा है ना, वो विंगमैन हर जगह जाता है भाई, हर इवेंट में वो विंगमैन रहता ही रहता है. दैट्स सो क्यूट. नाइस गेमिंग सेटअप्स भाई, गेमिंग सेटअप बढ़िया है भाई इनके। एक गेमिंग सेटअप तो मैं भी डिज़र्व करता हूँ उनकी तरफ से। कम ऑन गाइस, फुट जीत चुकी है एक मैप। अगर GX नहीं जीत पाई तो यहाँ से उनका GG हो जाएगा। यो नफी वो सब फाइन शिट। और राउंड स्टार्ट हो गया। कौन सा मैप आया? सनसेट आया भाई। GX कर रहा है अटैक, फुट कर रही है डिफेंड। इट्स 3v3, क्रॉसली डाउन है। सोवा नेट खेल रहा है सोवा, चलो सही है सही है। 3v3 नहीं 2v2 था, सॉरी 2v2 था दोस्तों, सॉरी 1v2 है 1v2 है। अरे डिफ्यूज हो गया। अरे ख़त्म भाई। फर्स्ट राउंड गोस टू फुट। अरे माँ जज लेके बैठा है। अरे पेल देगा भाई, अगर कांटेक्ट बन गया तो पेल देगा भाई। अरे माँ, अरे सुला दिया बंटा है। जज लेके आ गया था भाई, सुला दिया भाई। घी ख़त्म, GX का घी ख़त्म दोस्तों, भूल जाएं। It's 4 versus 4 again. भाई GX ने जिस तरीके से मतलब बीच में खेला था स्प्लिट में, मुझे लगा था भाई शायद आसानी होगी, मतलब GX निकाल देगी आराम से, पर भाई अब तो घी ख़त्म है भाई। घी रिफ़िल कराओ भाई इनका। Nice recon, nice recon. Nice shot. और ये निकाल दिया भाई GX. Finally a round for GX. Finally a round coming for GX. और शुरुआत में जो ब्लाइंड आया था ना ओमन का, उसको देख के लगा था शायद GX बैक ऑफ कर लेगी, पर okay, Spike going to A, I guess. Cypher going to fake that B.
Don't they expect the play to be coming in here? They want the fight. Foot, in fact, want to take the fight to them, but that's done from Ara. It's put them on the back foot. That was huge. Crystalli and Zeus both caught by it. And caught out in the open like that, they had nowhere to go.
Where is
No way.
Where is he's going to go through. He does deny, but yeah, if there was 5 seconds left on the clock, that would have been pretty cool. Instead, well, Videshi now managed to thread the needle back in. Westside was nowhere near the action. He was on his own adventure on the other side of the map, but lucky enough, a great round from him individually, but a necessary one.
Yeah, I think especially, like, Ara looked pretty deflated after that pistol round. He went down first in the 4v2, and I think he realized he made a mistake, knowing how important that round was as well. Like, I feel like you could see it on his face. And having a round like this, okay, he wasn't able to defend Jesse, but he defends the round, gets a 4K, finds that energy, and it'll certainly be sent to him by some of his buddies. A 2-2 scoreline. It was competitive early on, remember. In the last map, a tight first half, and a dominant second one from Foot. So for GX, any momentum they can steal away is worth its weight in gold.
Yeah, this is a must-win round. We've seen this before. Pistols can always work for Foot,
crazy way.
With a post plant, with an outlaw, with ultimates, there should be an almost 0% chance of victory. And in fact, they're going to use the Hunter's Fury, I think, realizing how important rounds like this can be. Stop's going to try and make it costly. The laser battle, which
भाई ये नियॉन इतने annoying होते हैं ना, इतने annoying होते हैं.
It's all about if he can drop anyone in time, finds himself a rifle, but is being backstabbed. GX, hold on to that
Sojo, Foot, Sojo. GX is on, baby.
To make sure that it doesn't slip out of their hands. And now Foot look to buy again.
I'm quite glad that Jesse got the kill in the end as well. I think he earned it. That paranoia was perfect. As soon as they went to come out, look at it. It not only caught Zeus, but it even, I think, connected a little bit further back, delayed the push. The relay bolt as well, the stun that came out from Ara was impeccably timed. Big reason no one was able to follow up and help trade out on Zeus. For GX, things seem to be taking a turn for the better. So let's see how they stand against Jack Igo's Listen in Curse.
Cypher, camera on B. Come towards B, come towards B. Wait, they push A, guys, maybe. They broke the trap with Vandal.
All good. They're droning mid right now.
Walk up, we peek, ready? One tail. Drop for culture, peek, 3, 2. Spam the box, spam the box. Guys, can we just go towards B? Listen, they're gonna be stacked here, guys. They're gonna be stacked here.
Come reclear A. It's found. They are 3 on B here.
Yes, listen, we'll reclear A with drone and we'll commit on A, boys.
Go to spawn. Go to spawn.
Yeah.
Westy, you can stay mid or B.
Yeah, I will. I will not stealth before, yeah?
Yes. Expect this guy in our spawn, for sure. He could hear us. He could hear us.
That's fine.
We'll be tiles.
Holding my left side, holding right.
I don't want to drone, bro. I just want to flash and run it down, okay?
Okay, let's go. I only have one flash, okay?
It's fine, it's fine. We're going to go heavy left side, okay? I'll drone right. I'll give you bomb.
Get tiles, I will pick it.
I'm going to long shot.
Guys, Cypher took time from tiles.
I'm flashing close.
Go flash.
Go.
That's Cypher. One more, way, B.
Cypher
Let's go, let's go. We have it, we have it.
I'm going to song CD.
5v4, actually 4v4 है, उसकी हेल्थ बहुत कम है एक की.
Oh, sorry. Do I dash top mid, guys? Too short.
Okay, 4v3.
One more short trick.
Nice ult, so a nice ult, man, nice ult.
Hold it, hold it.
Two holding. Nice try, boys.
It's okay, nice try, boys.
All good, all good.
Wow, blaze on! Do you think that's what he was saying? I heard some calls from Flickless there. I heard him call his flashes. I didn't hear him call the blaze wall that immolated Jesse.
He said sorry.
I mean, he did say sorry afterwards. Net said a lot, though. I gotta say, every listening, my suspicion meter rises that they're lying to us and Net's RGLing this team. That's tough, though.
कमाल का था भाई, बहुत सही है.
I would say, you know, Jesse walked into it.
It's true, he did. No one told him it was going to be there.
लगा नहीं था भाई कि 40 राउंड निकाल पाएगी बंटा जिस तरीके से इन लोगों ने अल्टीमेट वो बचाया है भाई राउंड.
That's not what I think of.
Probably not the call we want to hear in the studio. Health and safety team's going to be losing their mind. 4v4 early on this mid-crunch. GX find themselves
shooting,
ahead.
baby.
Yedajay's lurking, and they're heading towards this position. Okay, he's moved. He's stepped away. He's given up market. He wants to have his teammates by his side. Crystalli on the rotate through, spamming on the cross, but nothing found, and Yedajay is the man that's going to have to deal with the brunt of this force. Hides behind the box. Swings open the cam in B main. Sees nothing as well. They know this is a direct through market.
4v3.
And GX hide. They're... Oh my god, they're waiting. They're waiting for these players to step forward, but Flickless isn't looking up. Thankfully, Yedajay stepped forward. Otherwise, that could have been a disaster. Man advantage maintained, added up to 2, and they still just sit and wait. Again, Foot start to think, did they go back? Nope, they're still sat here. That's the spike they're fighting in market.
These have been the better rounds, and Flickless as well. Redemption for the last. 3 kills for him on the Phoenix, but I think the more impressive part of it is we're seeing this more often from GX, like having those initial fights, having the bloodbath in middle, the back and forth that goes either way, and then they just pause. And because Foot are so aggressive in the way that they play, they eventually fall into the trap of just being that little bit too aggressive, that little bit too predictable. For GX, that's going to give them an extension on their lead and put the economy of their opponents in a very bad spot.
I think Foot, in this moment, they show their hand. They love to play aggressive. They keep going even after the first fight doesn't go their way. There's a lot of pistols. I don't expect anything, but Crystalli delivers a double. Headshots galore. Weapons to be recovered. And sure, there's no heals this time around. Crystalli would normally be the one giving them out in the sky. He'll be left on a sliver of health. TP taken here, that's going to get the
GX supporting 83%, Foot supporting 17%, Pole complete 6 votes. Come on guys, come on, GX, GX.
Thankfully he'll be put down. He was low HP, the headshot, a little overkill. There's still a chance to stabilize, but this is way too costly around already.
2v2.
This will get the gun for Yedajay, so he can now pick up a rifle. Ara's in a great position though, but he's now going to be noted. He's done well enough already just by reclaiming that space. It stops them falling directly into a second trap, and it's very disjointed though. Ara, if he misses a shot, it's a problem involved.
Nice shot, man.
Now Net is left alone. The remaining players from Foot can, well, they can look to group up, but maybe not just yet. Sociable going in alone, and the TP is something that Net is almost hunting for, but they need to now try and find him. The dart into the smoke will make things awkward, and that time is ticking further and further down. Somebody needs to get on this, and Net might have brought
Nice
it
try,
up.
Zova, nice try, man, nice
I think
try.
he should have enough comfortably even for that defusal in the
recon and
end.
shout out was so
Definitely got
accurate.
a little bit too close for comfort before Foot closed the Emoda Thrifty.
There's a nice try, if I'm not mistaken. That was through a smoke at the end there as well, so a little bit of luck gets them across the line, but the start to this round, insane. Crystalli, there were 4 players coming towards A main. They were up against classics, essentially. And Crystalli ends up taking 2 down. Yedajay gets 1 on B. This round spiraled out of control.
I do think, though, like, it does Ara going hunting on his own really bring the value. Like, you needed to basically get rid of a second
क्लासिक से पहले था भाई समझ रहे हो फुट इको राउंड में मार रही है GX को कितनी बड़ी बात है इको राउंड में GX को मार रही है
That's an incredibly aggressive start from Ara. An attempt to pick up the pace that hasn't quite worked out. The TP from Jesse into the spawn. It looks like it's a spaghetti round from GX. They're throwing everything at the wall, seeing what sticks, and right now, nothing's really working. Everything goes into this flank from Jesse. And
They're gonna drone him.
They're droning it. He's been seen. He won't have a chance to strike. And that's it. Oh, he's the one caught off guard. Jesse is the one flanked.
भाई GX को सो जाना चाहिए. कल फनेटिक भी ऐसा ही सो गई भाई. फनेटिक तो होप दे के गई थी भाई. होप दे के मतलब जीते जीते हार रहे थे भाई. ऐसा लग रहा था जानबूझ के हार रहे हैं फनेटिक भाई. जानबूझ इतना आगे हैं भाई. कल गायक और अल्फायर क्लाउड के भाई सब.
Far easier said than done. A good idea, a good thought, but a dream that I don't think is going to be realized. What a shot by Sop. In zone, flawless.
Nice round first. Nice play, man. Nice play for.
I think there's two sayings when about throwing stuff at a wall and seeing if it sticks. One of them is spaghetti, and the other one I'm not going to say on air, but I think it was more the other one. That's what that round felt like.
It was stinky. It was stinky.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
Nothing went to plan.
It did smell like
nothing.
wet pasta.
Like the initial aggression didn't work. The TP definitely didn't work. Oh, even the remainder, it looks like Foot, after winning a round with just classics, yep, that did happen, have put themselves into the lead on their map choice again. We always talk about them on the attack.
Hunter's Fury.
Hunter's Fury, though. Early reveals, doing a lot of work. Net's done
निकाल दिया
a great job to get to the open, but then
ट्रेड नहीं ले पा रहे.
just seems to be better at times. Paranoia, Jesse perfectly placed.
Come on,
Still
come on,
only gonna be
GX,
the
ये
one.
round चाहिए GX. Come on, ये round
A
चाहिए.
round that again puts them in a very advantageous spot. Can Yetaje once again ruin their day? It seems like Ara is the player in the most danger, but it looks like he's figuring out, piecing this together, working out where his opponent could be. Well, the drone actually just used for time.
Just wanted to see if you take a peek. Yetaje hides his hand, sneaks past that reveal, but Ara's
Nice
the
play,
bodyguard on the
GX.
side,
Nice play.
unseen until he strikes 5-5. And again,
That Hunter's Fury and that holding the angles for the best season, man. Best season.
I would have said after the last game that they had, after half they change in performance. They pick it up because it was slow starts into recoveries, but Split was a very similar story to what we're seeing here, but when we swapped sides, all that momentum was gone.
Yeah, I think Foot have proven. I think especially you have Neon Waylay. It's what they utilize a lot on Haven as well. I think Zeus's Waylay is fantastic on that map. I think he brings in a similar level here where they have so much depth, but also a uniqueness to their style with how they take mid. I'm nervous for GX on that half, and they've moved away from the breach, which I think Flickless has looked good. A lot of the rounds that they've won, I think he's had impact. But is it going to run the same on that defensive half? Because they did it right last time on the defense. But it's not a similar looking round. Nonetheless, immediately in with the ult, that's going to clear some space. Westside was given an opportunity, given a few opportunities, but he's now under some serious pressure. There goes Zeus, and he's cleared.
Nice flick.
That backline
Nice flick.
Sop is completely alone, though. They're completely unnecessary. You're in a 5v4 retake, and he just tries to fight it as a hero. Now his teammates have to try and put things back into their favor once again.
And it means that look who's going alone for that fight towards the spawn. Yetaje, no trade possible. Jesse gets it for free. And now Zeus has to try to take this fight. This is all because of Sop going alone, and the round will fall apart because of it. A problem visible since Split. Foot are a dangerous team when they're on the same page, but sometimes they're so segmented.
Yeah, it's one of those plays where you'll watch Sop do that, and sometimes he'll wipe out 2 players, make the round look really easy, and he looks like the best player in the world, and then the next one you go, that was just so unnecessary. Like, you had an advantage already. Your teammates were all on the same page. They got rid of Westside and middle, you removed all of that danger from flanks, and then you go, well, I'm going to win the round, guys. Instead, it almost looks like you lost it. 5-6. GX claim the lead, but this game has been full of back and forth. TPs have been Jesse's nightmare. The From the Shadows has sent him to the shadows both times. While that man advantage this time sits with them, Zeus already on a double. Yetaje has been holding that backside, and only the spike holder remains, and he will fall exactly the same. Back into in-zone flawless territory, and back to 6-6.
Deja vu, 6-6, level as can be, neck and neck. So you know that neither team's going to go into the next half stressed at all. One man who's known for keeping his cool is Pipson. Let's take a listen to what he had to say before this match.
Pipson, is it hard to believe that you guys are the only VCT team that made it through the upper bracket? All the other VCT teams got beaten by tier 2.
To be honest, it's not super surprising, because I also think that like a format helps a little bit to the other teams, but in reality is that they are really good. But outside of this is like they didn't play for 1.5 months, so you have no clue what are they gonna play, which maps are they gonna play, how are they gonna play, while you just played for last 2 weeks 6 games. So purely they have much more data on you rather than the opposite one. But all of these tier 2 teams played insanely good, so props to them. It has nothing to do with data or anything. In the end, win is a win.
I wanted to ask quickly about Flickless, the fact that he's played so many agents, 6 already in the last 30 days. He's also eyes yelling, having to learn maps like Summit with a few days' notice. How do you work with him to set him up for success?
I mean, to be honest, he's really hard worker, and he's always disciplined in terms of he's going to do what he's asked to do in certain aspects. So it's super easy to work with him in all of these moments, because even if you will explain to him like 10 different ideas of how you want it to be done and how you want him to see the certain situation or the map, he will pick it really quick because he's disciplined. He has his notebook which he write down the things, so which makes it easier for him. So I think this is the qualities which makes it super easy for
English
him
is
and
like
for me to
Chinese.
Sounds like
वो real भाई. अरे
Little
हाँ.
notebook.
सही
Thank you
कहा.
so much. Good luck today.
Thank you.
I'd like to see the mid-rounding chapter into round number 13. The pistol between these two as they battle to keep running towards Barcelona. Of course, if you want to go to Barcelona, you have a much easier path. Just scan that QR code and get yourself some tickets. We'll see you there in a couple weeks' time. For now, we need to see which of these teams is going to be able to take this second half by storm. In the last map, it was Foot by a margin of, well, they didn't lose a single round, so it was flawless.
Scanning ahead. We'll see if it's going to be a different story. For Foot. Another pistol round to add to the collection. The last one shouldn't have been theirs. Maybe this one shouldn't either. We'll see. An early trade. Sop already tagged, but it's still... Oh, I thought he was going to go through it for a second. They've left a man behind, though. It's being checked. Well, it's being kind of checked for. Shock dart to close the deal. Not quite, but it's bought in time. They are forcing Crystalli out of that corner. An important kill for GX, but a lot more still to do.
It's Yetaje's measured aggression. We saw it last round and how passive he was peeking that back B side until his moment was right. This time again, strikes while the iron is hot and while no one's looking. But Jesse taking down Sup puts the pressure on now. The spike being approached. Yetaje's got one. Sociable snuck up close, but he's being watched. It doesn't matter. Flickless fails to convert, and Yetaje taking them down blind, puts Foot up to 7. The pistol rounds have been coming in droves for this team today.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed seeing Yetaje's sort of development as a player. Like we talked about, I think him last year where they were having their struggles, even at kickoff where he didn't have the level to his aggression. Like it was either you could tell him, I want you to be really aggressive or I want you to be really passive.
6-7.
Really
6-7.
Now he's clever with it.
Yes.
Like he's taking the right timings. We saw in the last map as well with him constantly just making sure the rounds are safe, which I think they desperately need with the rest of this roster. And even there is one of the turning points of the round, making sure he's alive in the post plant. For this, it's classics galore. Multiple players waiting, anti-flash being held by Sociable, so although it got maybe a little bit shaky for the other players, he was a safe pair of hands. And well, for Ara, he might get one with the classic. Anything more, I'd be impressed.
Yetaje again.
out on mid, finds one, sticks around for a little bit more, and that will be costly. But he's only losing himself. The Ghost. Team still well armed. Well, this guy fears absolutely no man. Swings in deep, takes down net. Clean enough for
No man's
Foot
a good
at 8
player
to 6.
as well, so I'd fear him too.
Yeah, as you should. His Sky is terrifying. Good game as well.
Lead extended once again. Crazy, we've not seen a pause in these first couple of rounds from Pipson. I was really expecting.
He loves his early time. It's only on split. I told you this. It's only on split. I don't know what it is.
To be fair to him, though, genuinely, if you have a full game plan and people ignore it, I can't blame him.
When you give someone a simple, if this, then this, and they don't listen, yeah, of course you're going to melt down.
Anyway, let's have a listen in to something else. It's Foot.
Rev aldım. Bana atacağım Beke. Sola attım.
Bekledim.
Solda solda. Sol yakın sol yakın.
Cypher market.
Nice.
Vuruyor.
Beyler CT geldi. Kapanacağım. Bana 10 saniye kazandırmanız lazım.
Ben drone çıkıyorum, drone çıkıyorum.
Can we break the, you break okay.
I broke it. Keep it marked up, keep it marked up.
Listen, we're gonna paranoid like this and we're gonna go, okay?
Yes. Yeah.
Give me this, Ara. I will flash out as well.
Yes. I break to blind whatever.
Ready, boys?
You ready?
The smoke city.
Blinding.
Flashing.
He's smoke. Smoke. Nice, 2v2. Probably one more side.
Cover mine's 80. I will flash out.
You main one.
Close, you main.
Main pick in.
That's right. 1v1. You have field.
You have one.
You have one as well.
Cam on the right. Shoot the cam. You got this, bro.
Going up.
Nice try, bro.
All good calls from net, but it's not going to be enough. 9-6 for Foot.
Well, yeah, more so Yedaje. Yedaje, again, like just in those post-round scenarios where you think that you have an opportunity to get back into the round, Yedaje has been there all the way through this game. Sitting there in the post, took the initial timing to get rid of Jesse. Then in the 1v1, again, you'd bet all on Yedaje, even if your opponent has a run it back, even if they could throw blaze walls into the way. It's absolutely irrelevant. 18-6, phenomenal play, and while a 3-round streak, a bonus round 1 once again, and Sop is just not stopping. The T went missing in his name, and he takes over again. These are the other rounds. You have the ones where sometimes he goes amiss, and then he can just take over. Finally, Westside puts him down, but the damage has been done.
Spike planted.
Well, it's his moment now. 3 players lined up to take him down. Of course, it's Yedaje to get it. You know, the more this game's gone on, I've thought at a number of points that, like, I just think he's definitely in the top 5 for me, Yedaje, as a player. He might be my favorite player. I know Mystic's going to be angry with me for this, but his Viper is fantastic. Woo! Woo! Okay, I'm not going to touch that one. Not going to touch that one. Yeah, I remember him fondly. That's all I'll say. But when it comes to Yedaje, man, like his consistency, he survived multiple different iterations of this roster with different ideas. He does his role. When they tell him to play tight, tell him to play slow, he does it. But when you unleash this guy to play smart, play the way that very few people can, but that he can better than almost anyone. He just looks like one of the best. I can't imagine a team not benefiting from Yedaje. I don't even care if there's a language barrier. He's just a phenomenal player. His read on the game is great.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Already early ping up the west side. 10 or 6 is score. What the fuck is his score, man?
Was lighter than they thought it
Neon
would be.
with ult.
Sop's gonna go through. He's not even just going through the molly. He's stuck in the molly.
Man, molly pe mar gaya. What the fuck?
He's been stunned up. I'm guessing that Zeus did not expect him to go any further, and well, it looks a little silly. A 4v4, planting. Yedaje more aggressive. In fact, they all are. They're all waiting for this push to come in. They haven't spotted out some of these closer corners yet, but Flickless is aware. Another multi-frag for him. Yedaje can't go to his hidey hole. In fact, he's trying to buy time. He needs to buy time. As Sociable's on the wraparound. Paranoia could go through, but he needs so much from it. Jesse gonna play up close, and he can't quite correct in time. Great round.
Badhiya GX round for GX. Let's go.
And a 7th on the board for GX, a much needed one.
Now, there's no doubt about it. He was leading that round, leading the charge back into the site. Great work, as you said, from Flickless, a player who, thinking back to yesterday, he had some rough performances. Obviously, the hot hat
अच्छा वो स्लो डाउन था मॉली में तभी सोचूं वो मॉली में क्यों मर गया
unusual one to see go down, that slow helping out. Not as slow that they had much control over, but hey, let's go. Win's a win. Created the opportunity for his opponents to take themselves out. 10-7, 3-round gap. For Foot, though, it's hard to doubt them getting back on the horse. They've fallen off for a moment, but keeping them down is going to be the real problem for GX.
Well, yeah, I almost wonder if Sop doesn't burn alive from full HP, if that might have been a different round. As I said, swings and roundabouts. You get the good, you get the bad.
I'm pretty sure it was Zeus stunned him, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't the, he didn't self-stun.
I think so. I think it was that sort of stun. He was slow.
Yeah, it seemed like it.
But also, I could understand Zeus not expecting him to be there.
The problem we're playing with Sop,
I
really,
didn't expect him to be in the opponent's
Oh,
volley.
लगा के
Yeah,
बैठा.
sorry, lads. Operator in position. Beautiful camera work. Unfortunately, the
Miss
shot
कर दिया
not
shot.
quite as clean. And well, now he needs a lot more targets. It's not the prettiest, but it gets the job done. 4v4 ensues once again. No ultimates for this attacking side. In fact, Cristelli was the only one that could have used the Hunter's Fury in this round. Flickless is one away from that run it back once again.
Yeah, they need to be careful. One kill to Flickless here, and we can have a big round just like the previous. He's primed with the flash, ready to go. Zeus and Sop would both be caught by it. This could be huge, but Sociable was there. The third man on the line. Hold on! West Side has come in with a double. Jesse not spotted yet
One
with
more round
Net
for
at his
GX.
side.
Let's go, GX.
They had that lockdown. Beautiful work from GX to get back in again. It looked like Flickless had to be the focal point, but they had much more to fall back on, and great round from Westside.
Yeah, I think he's been having tougher, I don't even want to say maybe even series at this point, but those are the sort of moments that we expect to see from him. That raw individual aim coming through once again, in the aggression of Foot in their post plants being punished a couple of rounds in a row. It means that economically starting to fall back a little bit, and wow, the frustration we've just seen in the camps
Much needed timeout for
might be
Foot.
about to come out in the comps as
Nice
they are
play,
able
GX.
to pull
Nice
things
play.
through with the team.
If you are new in the stream, like the stream, subscribe the channel for the more fun reviews and streams. Let's go GX. You what? क्या हो गया उसको बेंचो?
Can walk right in here. 12 seconds left, and it's a free plant if he makes it to the safe spot. 8 seconds though, and he's got to go. 6 seconds, and he's out of time. He's done. Well, 10-9 we go. GX, very well played. They allowed him to play himself.
Yeah, I think that was one of those moments where he was expecting some sort of resistance.
One more
got
round for
none of it, and then it was
GX.
like,
Come
oh,
on, GX,
there's no
10 by
way I
9 the
can
score
farm.
line.
Like if you get one kill, you could then run in for a plot. But if nobody faces you, there is no hope. One of them could just sell, basically just run straight in, deny you, and the round's already over.
Especially with the Neon in play.
Exactly. Good hold. And that's not something we've seen so far from GX. It's been the retakes, it's been catching out those aggressive post plants from Foot. They haven't been able to just hold on to the site, and that's what they did in this round. I am a little bit surprised we didn't see the Hunter's Fury. I think especially with the resistance already shown, I think that would have caused the exact disruption that Foot wanted, but maybe they're saving it for this round.
Maybe. Well, it might not matter. West side with a good start. He takes down one, and Ara even gets out of there. Shorty in hand, swaps to the op, and it's a cleanup from the Neon until it's not. So Yedeje finds one. Rifles in hand for these two. It's looking very doable. And Matsop taking Jesse down. This becomes a 1v1 after Yedeje's trade. Net so good so far. His reads have been perfect.
1v1.
You hear those rotation calls, you hear the stack calls. Well, now he's got to read Yedeje. That's the biggest task of all. He's in an awful position for where the spike is planted. You could get it to half before he gets anywhere near. So why would you ever check it? An audacious play, but one that gets Foot up to 11 with an Emoda Thrifty.
Last round, yeah, ran out of time. This round, he made it. Like, just fantastic stuff from Yedeje, reading his opponent perfectly. A trade here where I'm not even sure how he saw anything. They look like, I think Ara created like a maze that he had to fight through, and then just trading every kill effectively all the way to the finish. A triple kill in a thrifty round. And it's right back to troublesome scenarios for GX. They've got SMGs in the mix. All that economy that they would have hoped would have been built up, and Jesse has just been caught trying to get aggressive.
Jesse's been great so far. Here he's trying to defend Flickless taking the orb. So I understand him peeking. I think he was jump peeking. Look at where the X is as well. He was on his way back when he was taken down. And for Foot, it's such a valuable pick. What? All right. Jesse's been so important in a lot of the retakes. His paranoias every time they're getting them at least one kill. A lot of the time too. Now they'll have to work without that. But Foot already lost a man, and with Zeus going deep, okay, another through the smoke. Good work by Net, but it's quickly undone. And Flickless, the man who found one, couple of orbs in this round already. Well, he's got a lot more to do, and even the consideration, there's no saving a Stinger in this situation. There's no saving a rifle even. You've got the money for the next round. If you can find some orbs here, a kill before his death, that would make all the difference.
Look how he expects them to be so aggressive that he's having to use both flashes just on this early fight, and it leaves him with nothing now. Like, because this is the one round where Foot have finally gone, yeah, you know what, we're actually just going to sit and main. We're not going to throw this round away. We've had a lot of silly moments, and yeah, there's just too many targets. That's the way I've expected Foot to play some of these post spots, and they've done it 0 times thus far. So I completely understand Flickless going like, wait, why is there no one just shooting at me immediately?
I do think an element of that must be the fact that he was 2 away. Like, you just don't want to give Flickless...
the pause. Maybe just after Foot's pause, they were just like, please guys, stop.
yeah, absolutely. Either way, it works wonderfully. Flickless doesn't have that run it back in a round that they very much need. That could be the trigger point, but instead, GX come in with a Hunter's Fury, at least. Jesse's ult from the shadows doesn't really matter, but look at what Foot have. They have ults that they want to use as openers, but then they cancel it. Hunter's Fury coming through. Tag should be there on Zeus, but he dashes out immediately, dodges the second burst, comes back. That was a bit of a questionable play. And Flickless has punished him. That's the ult online as a result. And he's dead.
Is this
he
a GG?
Is dead to rights
Is
as
this
he's been
a GG?
hunted down. Sop keeps it rolling. And this round looks done. But Sop's very low.
GG.
He shouldn't be fighting the way that he is.
Yeah, but that's his game play. He's going to continue. There's no way that he wants to let anybody else on his team beat him on the scoreboard. Well, he knows he's got Sociable, and more importantly, Yedeje. I would say mainly just Yedeje is the safe pair of hands. Sociable's not a safe pair of hands. Point proven. He's going to fight immediately and lose his life for it. Now, Sop kind of has to be that little bit more patient. He's the only one that really has any vision over the spike, and it's not pretty. The wraparound from Videshi needs to come in quick, and Westside's going to hold the line.
1-4 round
Keeps
for
his
GX.
teammates safe. That should have been the end of the game, but GX are able to clutch it out.
Sop put in a shift there, but again, not enough. GX are holding on for dear life. And look, I think already this map has been a big improvement on what we saw over on Split. Being able to compete in these moments. Flickless gets a bit unlucky that Sop is where he is with the ult online and is the man that he is. Most players wouldn't try to cross spawn like that. They'd be happy, hey, we got rid of the Phoenix ult. That's already enough. Not for this guy. He takes a kill on the Phoenix and then takes the one in spawn as well. Not enough for the round. Not enough for the win. 2 more in a row to get to overtime for GX.
You never guess. The Hunter's Fury still on.
Oh, they've got it.
Yeah.
Oh.
We've been waiting. In a while for that.
Obviously, they'll use it if they have it.
Oh, this is awkward for Jesse. Nowhere to go. Almost just panic stations. The convergence path thrown into the back of the site.
Sociable.
On the spam. Ooh, it's not the prettiest, but Westside has managed to trade one back. Sociable still fighting forward. And this is the thing. Sometimes it works, sometimes it makes them look foolish, but in rounds like this, it makes Sociable look like he's in God mode.
Yeah, I mean, he weathered a storm of bullets that came his way, and he didn't give it down. Uses his smoke as a ruse to close out the game. I don't know what happened for Sociable to take that much of a risk that close to overtime, but it has paid off. And for Foot, they certainly do look like they're a level above GX, especially that first map. It was full control in the second half.
Oh yeah, Sop ends up top of the board, but it's him and
tied with
both
Yedeje,
on
yeah.
24. Yeah, you got ACS, you got other things. He's top on most of the other stats. He's had a great game, but I think Yedeje in those clutch scenarios was fantastic. A good performance.
भाई तुम लोगों ने एक चीज़ नोटिस नहीं करी होगी, मैं स्ट्रीम पे जिस टीम को सपोर्ट करता हूँ वो हार जाती है. ऐसा क्यों? जीतते जीतते भी हार जाती है बंटा, ऐसा क्यों? मैं ही पनौती हूँ. What the fuck? What the fuck? कोई नहीं दोस्तों, if you enjoy the stream, like the stream, hit the subscribe button, push the bell icon on ताकि स्ट्रीम की नोटिफिकेशन आपके पास सबसे पहले पहुँचे. मिलते हैं आपसे नई स्ट्रीम में. तब तक के लिए टेक केयर. बाय बाय दोस्तों, टेक केयर, लव यू ऑल. लाइक करके आपको मिलेगा ढेर सारा प्यार, मेरी ढेर सारी दुआ. लव यू ऑल दोस्तों. बाय बाय. मिलते हैं कल की स्ट्रीम पे. हो सकता है कल डिस्कॉर्ड की स्ट्रीम भी हो. हॉप ऑन.